If you missed last weekend's message of our current series, Messy, I strongly urge you to go back and listen to it on YouTube, Mec's website, or the Mec app. It helps walk you through all that is okay for a Christian to type questions. It gives you a formula of sorts to get to the bottom of whether something is right or wrong according to the Bible, or whether it is silent on a particular subject. The important part, and something that stuck out to me, was that all of it was based on whether or not it was okay for a Christian to do. A self-proclaimed Christ follower who is working daily to love and serve Jesus, hoping to look more like him with each passing day. That is who we are talking about. It is so easy for me as a Christ follower to understand and support the why of something that may not be okay for me to do, because I'm clear as to who I serve, God. It is not so easy for someone who does not have a relationship with God to get behind the why of, for example, not sleeping with your significant other until you're married, because they do not follow God, and it is God who asks us to hold sex as a sacred act only, done within the context of marriage. You see, I love God and want to serve God, so that is easy for me to understand. It doesn't mean that all necessarily is easy, but it does mean that when we are holding ourselves to a particular standard based on the Bible, that it is not okay for us to hold our friends, neighbors, co-workers by the same standard if they're not Christians. No one likes to be judged, so we should lead in a way and not judge those who are not choosing to live life like we are. Pastor Jim said, "You can't be a follower of Christ and not a submitter of Scripture." So true. But on the flip side, you can't assume that someone who doesn't follow Christ is a submitter of Scripture. But it is still so easy for me to look at the situation, and I get so upset at someone who maybe has a one-night stand and be disappointed in their actions, thinking, how could they do that? But someone who does not have a relationship with Christ may not even see that as wrong. I mean, it's not illegal. So we need to have compassion and grace and find ways to help them see the difference a relationship with God could mean for their lives. My challenge for you and for me is to lead by example this week, making sure that we're looking more like Jesus each day as a Christ follower, and then making sure that we're not judging those around us with the same measurements, since their caliber of right or wrong might not be the same.